seem to be to gel. He's been placed down though, so just before he dies, he has a bit of a Hail Mary there. He's got that suppression that locks in John into place. They don't want to see any more of those boats coming into the backline here or any more knockups, and there is quite a lot of low health bars onto the side of THQ, and now the Mirror Domain is placed through, and it's given a War Saint. Tufts clipping the kill onto John, but they do trade TNX for that kill, so overall, the trade does go in favor of THQ.
Bai actually got that execution off of a second split, and CC should be dead.
CC fed to the walls there. He gets sent back for the signal shot, and Lola is able to claim a little bit of revenge of the bullying in the early game of this game number 3.
This is looking great for Team Hawk at this point. Finally, a performance that they're looking forward to with this Bai. I think he's found his stride here in game number 3.
Seems like it, right? He's definitely not pulling his punches anymore. He is definitely rolling with his team. He's currently 7.1k still. However, though, TNX, regardless of having that one death on the board, he's not that far behind in gold.
No, he definitely is not. But then once again, this is I think less focus on the gold, right? It really was the setups that have been cleaner from the side of Team Hawk. And if they continue this trend, it's going to be great. Tufts looking pretty caught here.
Yeah, Tufts in a bit of a tough situation here. It's give that 3v1 once again, and the Hard and Jet Seal comes through, but can they claim anything here into the mid lane here? They're able to get the knockdown onto Lola, so Marksman for Clash Lane, I'd probably say that's a decent trade here, especially when the neutral objective is now come through. Nobody to really protect that bot side of the map, so will we see a trade T2 topside for T2 into the farm lane? It's looking like it.
Yeah, better for Team Hawk at this point. Yes, you lose that Tyrant, but you get a T2 very much early in the game, right? 9.5 minutes, this is a perfect time. If they win another team fight, this essentially...
Whoa, the bones! L in the run bush! He gets taken down. The suppression off of the gorge here for the side of DMT for now. Obviously, the Hard and Jade Seal being used here as well. Just maybe to try and drive them away, but it's going to do it. It's so getting a lot of damage. So Bai, he's able to get the takedown of the TNX in that trade here, but also potentially that T2 maybe falling as well. CC's looking to reclaim that Azure Gold.
Yeah, I mean, DMT at this point, they're very lucky that CC is alive, because if CC weren't alive, I think they probably could have taken that T3 at the top here. And Team Hawk, Bai, is on fire this game.
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely on fire in terms of the kills here. 10-minute game. Now onto the gorge as well, so late game is where Lola should be starting to see a little bit more impact into these team fights, a little bit more damage from the Chano, the pack leader.
And perfect timing from the side of Team Hawk at this point, because 10 minutes in, Shadow Tyrant in their hands, they can also potentially stop the attempt from DMT if they want to go for the Shadow over TNX.
Yep, TNX using the Mirror Domain here, not quite having a fruitful performance here on the Jing, but I remember the last time he picked up the Jing, he actually didn't do too well. He had like a very high death count as well, but maybe that's the case. Maybe TNX is just going to be a little bit of a distraction here.
Yeah, because the true combination has to come from Joe as well as L, right? And for now, oh, nice catch.
Speaking of which, Vaughn goes down. They're looking for the kill onto the War Saint as well. Tufts goes down into the back line. John with the access. He's trying to take on the 4v1, but gets taken down by CC. That's a nice little double kill going over to the Ollie right now. And definitely going to surmount that lead, but that T3 topside is where things really start to be a little bit shaky here for DMT.
Yeah, and right now, Team Hawk, really?
Oh! Wow, TNX, he gets the perfect opportunity, gets a takedown onto Lola, but can Bai pay back the dividends here. He's looking for CC, he's looking to try and get the Hard and Jade Steel off.
Yeah, he is, but at the same time, CC is really getting that lifesteal in. He wants to finish the job, nice.
Oh, he gets a takedown onto Noah, but then CC falls as well. I mean, support for Marksman there. I mean, forgive me, Kim, but I don't think that's a good trade here.
No, it's definitely not, right? And the fact that it's a potential shutdown for the side of CC. CC was really untouched this entire game. I believe this is his first death. Now, it's lucky for CC he did not have to use the Frenzy. But right now, DMT, even with all the deficits, they have managed to buy some time for themselves with the Shadow Overlord take. So, Team Hawk, that was great. So far, this past 12 minutes have been wonderful for the part of Team Hawk, but it's starting to lose a little bit of a grip over control. And if DMT gets their way, this could be the start of a comeback.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now, THQ still leading the kills here, still leading the gold. Like you said, they did have the pressure. They still definitely have a grip on it, but maybe it's not as firm as it was moments ago.
Yeah, definitely not as well, right? And the fact that CC now is very close towards his fourth core item here. In fact, you know what? Scrap that already completed on the Sun Pool. And this will be the start of a potential turnaround. DMT, they clear the cards right. They can clear all the T1s.
You have to check the brush here. They go for the right one, but at the same time, it's going to take down a TNX. But at this moment in time, when there's no neutral objective up, it's not really the biggest loss here. Obviously, in terms of damage for TNX, and for the side of DMT, that could be a problem here. But John coming in with a passenger onto the boat here. Joe maybe getting taken down. He's fallen now. That's currently a 2-0 trade here. Now 2-1 trade off to the side of DMT. The suppression does come through. He falls as well. He is going to be the leading charge, but now it's going to be Lola and Noah with their tails between their legs, retreating as their T3 is being battered by the Vanguard.
Yeah, this is all for the side of DMT here. They can't TP back home. There's not enough time. So Lola and Nono, they have to save the game, but the T3 has already been lost. And DMT, this is what we're talking about. They can lose the fight, but now the base is open. It's a bleeding wound at the bottom side of the map. And if they lose their lives here, it could be over.
It could be over indeed. CC put a lot of damage onto Nua as well. I mean, they're able to kind of stop it with that minion wave just for now, but it does mean that they have the room to breathe. They have the room to go for this next neutral objective, which is the Shadow Tyrant, to give them a little bit more damage over it. Currently, CC's hitting like a freight train, so having more damage here is going to be scary for the side of THQ.
Yeah, it definitely is. This whole game, I feel it will run down to John's setup for the side of Team Hawk. They get TNX out, that's great, but now you identify the real problem. CC is fed. They need to get rid of this RLE.
They do need to get rid of the Ollie. That needs to be the focal point here for the side of THQ, but whether they can actually catch this slippery Parasola is another question, right? Like, that's what we need to see the answer for here for the side of THQ.
Right, this is all about the rotations here. Definitely Tufts is going to be a big distraction. But TNX, he's going to try and see if there's any opening. Because right now, DMT, they're starting to even out the deficit at the top side of the map. If they take the T3 at the top, DMT, this game suddenly becomes in their favor.
Absolutely. Gets neutralized that lead from THQ. I mean, they definitely neutralized the lead in terms of the gold lead right now. But, I mean, we're so late into the game that the gold lead starts to kind of, like, fail in comparison that it was literally, like, 5 minutes ago. But most heroes on these teams will be looking at their finalized itemizations very soon here. But then it all comes down to the execution of these compositions.
Look, they swung back 4,000 gold in their favor on the side of DMT. That's a huge lead being taken away.
Yeah.
So Team Hawk now, they have to get this next initiation crystal clear, super perfect. Everything lands onto the set sail of John, along with the fidget charge timing and his second skill as well. He needs to land it. If he doesn't, DMT wins this next fight, hands down.
Absolutely, but I mean, they're looking to go for the Overlord first, right? That's going to definitely be another layer of oppression here for the side of DMT. Just kind of like choose where they want to put that Shadow Vanguard down, whether it's mitigate that push down to the bot side here, as they do obviously have control into the top side. There we go, Shadow Vanguard gets placed down, but John does go in once again with a knock-up. Suppression does come through, gets disrupted by Noah though on the Liapo, but it's giving the resurrection that comes through here on the TNX. He's able to escape right now, but can they get the runaways? That is Lola. He gets taken down as well as by DMT, with the Vanguards marching through to the bot side of the map, and with Mon, with Nua on the run. This is where they can end the game.
Yep, they definitely can, right? With the Shadow Overlord flying down on the bottom side of the map as well. DMT, they see the opening. All they have to do is to clear the waves and allow the Shadow Overlord to come in. They don't really have CC, but they should have enough damage.
Yep, there's a suppression. Mon goes down. It's just going to be the distraction here from Noir on the Liempo, but it's just not going to be enough. The damage to take down onto the Shadow Vanguard just is not there, and there it is. He tried to slow the burn. John comes back, but it's going to be game 3 going over to DMT.
Clean sweep from the boys in IKL. I mean, they were the past IKL champions here, and a strong, dominant performance by DMT this final day before we head into the knockouts.
Yes, final day to the knockouts here, and obviously DMT do get to cement their place as the top team within Group B, so they get to choose either 3rd or 4th place of Group A, which obviously we do know now is either Blacklist International or Non-Ship Red Force.
Yes, so this is going to be an important marker to find success in the rest of the tournament for the side of Dominator Esports. Now, let's talk about Team Hawk before we move on. Team Hawk, I like this improvement in this last game, number 3. There is potential for them. We can see it, right? And I really need to praise John and Bai for this performance.
Yeah, definitely they showed up on this last game, but I feel like it's just, you should have showed up earlier within the series, right? Like, that's where you kind of need to make sure that the mental doesn't kind of like collapse to the point where you are trying your best on the last game of the series, right? But maybe it's the kind of like other side of the coin. Maybe that's